What's up, friend, and welcome back to another video here on the MTG Arena YouTube channel. My name is Ashlizzle, and today we're going to have a look at my absolute favorite deck list in Standard right now, which is Simic Aggro. I did also end up playing this deck list in the MTG Arena Creator Tournament, and I did end up winning that with the Simic deck as well, so I can absolutely vouch for it. And it's definitely also one of my higher win rate deck lists. I think it's a really solid option in the meta that isn't, you know, red aggro or like VV, and it's just so much fun to play, especially now that we have a new card from 3D Omen Paths, Drunith, Reviver of the Hive. This is a 2-mana 1/1 creature with trample. Whenever you cast a creature spell with mana value equal to Drunith's power, copy that spell, except the copy isn't legendary, then you put a 1/1 counter on Drunith. Now, Drunith really just allows you to flood the board with creatures so incredibly fast. The dynamics of the deck has changed quite a bit. Like, it used to be Simic mid-range. It is definitely now a Simic aggro deck list because there are so many more 1-drops in this deck list to make Drunith a lot better. Like, the goal of the deck now is to really just find a way to enable Drunith. You want to make sure that at any given point you can get Drunith to the next level. So if you have the Drunith as a 1/1, you want to cast a 1-drop, get him to 2 power. Once he's at 2 power, you want to cast a 2-drop. And eventually the end goal with Drunith is perhaps copying an Aeroboroid. Now, I will say, I've never copied an Aeroboroid before. Usually when Drunith starts generating value and I start copying 1-drops and 2-drops, it's already too much for the opponent and I've won the game by then. But there are definitely ways for you to manipulate Drunith's power that you can get to a copied Aeroboroid without having to do the 1-drop, 2-drop, and 3-drop route. So there's Innkeeper's Talents in here, for instance. At the beginning of combat on your turn, you put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control. You can put that on Drunith and also manipulate the power of the creature in that way. Playing 4 copies of Simic Might, which is a fantastic card to copy with Drunith, but also is a way for you to, you know, give Drunith a higher power despite you not having to cast like all these creatures in the right order. Another fantastic card to copy with Drunith is Genomorph. Genomorph adds so much power to this deck list. 2-mana 1/3 with landfall. Whenever a land you control enters, target creature has base power and toughness 3/3 until the end of turn. You control 6 or more lands, that creature has base power and toughness 6/6 until the end of turn. So with Genomorph, some of your best targets are, of course, a Aeroboroid, but even Simic Might, which can give its power to another creature. Now, one of the spicier like meta calls in the deck is the Beastbinder. Very valuable to be shutting down cards like VV, Screaming Nemesis, or anything that is a bit of a pain to play against. Whenever the Beastbinder attacks, one target artifact, creature, or planeswalker an opponent controls loses all abilities until your next turn. As a creature, it also has base power and toughness 2/2 until your next turn. And this creature can be blocked by creatures with power 2 or greater. With the evasion that is in this card, you can also make it a great target for all your pump-up effects. You have that guaranteed damage going through to the face. Well, there's a high pressure in the deck list, and Drunith is just capable of these insane turns that were previously not possible in the deck list. Really, like I said, just flooding the board with a bunch of value the second the card comes down. So let us dive into the gameplay here. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the MTG Arena channel. A bunch of other fantastic creators on here that make great videos. If you want to see more of me, you can check that out over on my own YouTube channel, youtube.com/Ashlizzle. Let's get started now with my favorite deck in Standard, Simic Aggro, on the best of 3 ranked ladder. All right, game number 1. Unfortunately, we are on the draw, but we do have the star of the show, Drunith, so let's keep it. Is it still pretty good curve, though? I hope. I'm kind of thinking about like saving the Might for the Drunith. It depends like what matchup we're in. Lush Portico could be Kona. Most of the time it is. Depends on what you want to copy. I think copying the Might has the most value. I'm going to start off with the Paw Patch here. Even though it's a really cool thing where you could, if you offspring the Paw Patch recruit with Drunith in play, you get 4 rabbits, which is really awesome. But I think we also need the pressure. Okay, what is going on here? Summon Bahamut in case of the Uneaten Feast? Whoa. Whoa. Okay. We could play Drunith now, and then we could do these two. I think we're just gonna have to go for greed. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to do that. Case of the Uneaten Feast in Kona? Like, it might have to just be like a Yuna deck, I guess. That makes more sense now. All right, let's get started here. Let's get Drunith. Drunith goes to work. There we go. Copy the Might, and then we can play the land. Yeah, you do kind of miss out on the Genomorph hit there, but look at the value. I mean, look at the value. Fortunately, we're still ahead of Yuna at 5. All right, good enough for me. Good enough for me. Yeah, I think the case of Eden Feast is really weird to me because that is usually something that gets played in life gain decks. I've not seen that played in Yuna before. But maybe their purpose is to like get it to solve so that they can bring back cards from the graveyard or something. I mean, it could work. I don't know. It's a bit strange though. I'll definitely go in with our graveyard hate, which is Key Knight Curator. Scrap Shooter and Heritage Racks are my ways of dealing with enchantments. I will probably do that because they're definitely doing enchantment focused stuff. Could bring in Tishana to stop ETBs. Definitely don't want too much of this here. Probably like Tishana to stop triggers. I don't know. Let's see what the curve like looks like right here. Beastbinder. Beastbinder shuts down artifacts and creatures. I don't think Beastbinder has too much value here. I'll go a bit lower on that. I could also make an argument for Repulsive Mutation. But I don't know. I feel like we already have a lot of like answers for the enchantments. What else are we cutting here? We have a lot of ways to target me. I think I could go lower on a Paw Patch and maybe an Innkeeper's Talent. Let's see what this does for us. I still like I'm not entirely sure. I'm just assuming it could be a Yuna deck. Like there's a little bit of, I mean, Yuna was maybe a mixture of both Yuna and Kona. Even though I still find the case slightly strange. Okay, that is one land. That's not going to work. That's better. Alright, we're going to keep that. Feel like maybe I want to get rid of Surak here instead. Even though Drunith can copy Surak, like the creature, the copy is not legendary, so you get multiple Suraks, which is really nice. But I feel like I want to hold the Shana here, I think. Just in case. Alright, Surak came back anyway, we're good. We're good. Alright, let's get the Llanowar Elves going. We can set up a really nice turn 2 here with Drunith and Simic Might. Restless Prairie, okay. Alright, let's do that. Copy the Might. This is just great when you're like playing a deck built around a specific card and it keeps showing up. Feeling really grateful right now. Shout out to Drunith. Temple of Plenty. I could get multiple Key Knight Curators. Because, you know, that's how we keep the Drunith alive. So yeah, let's do that. Let's keep it going. Even though I could have also tried to boost Drunith's power with Simic Might and copy the Surak, I'm just gonna go in for max damage here. That is the right thing to do, I think. We'll go here. And yeah. The Mites can just bump each other up. I mean, look at this board already. Like, this is a turn 3 board. Oh. Oh. What? Okay. Yeah, no, was not necessarily expecting that. Okay. Well, we learned something. Right. What is going on even? Okay. Well, you know. That was something. I'm a little shocked, but... Okay, this is definitely not at all what I was thinking. I guess it could still be a Yuna deck, but Day of Judgment? Right. Alright, we're gonna have to build the board back up, I guess. Oh, there is still an... But that doesn't have anything to do with... I don't know. I'm just gonna set up a Roboroid, I guess. Counter on a Roboroid. 7-6 here. I'm just gonna have to hold back for now because this is gonna sacrifice itself. +9. 13. Okay, then. I guess they may just be playing this in order to copy these, like, enchantment things. This is sus. I'll just have to take it, I guess. Okay, you are playing way too many Day of Judgments. Interesting. Noted. 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 Okay, right. We're gonna stick around for a little longer to see exactly what's up, but this is getting weird. Okay. Restless Prairie. I could shut it down, but... there's multiple of these anyway, so... put that down, I guess. Yeah, I need counter magic. Those board wipes? What even? This will sacrifice itself. Yeah, I was gonna say I need a blocker. What? What is this game? What just happened? Alright, well... not sure. Okay, game number 2. Unfortunately, we are on the draw again, but... the pollinators are cute. I like the Surax. We can try this. The starting town also makes it so we can play our stuff out. Oh, I love that pet. I need to actually... yeah, I have that pet too. I need to equip that pet. I'm still working with my, Chocobo. That is actually a good call. I need to equip that. It's October after all. Sacred Foundry... Jeskai... Jeskai Black? Probably. Alright. Jeskai Black. That's gonna be a game. Wait, it's not. Okay, I am getting so thrown off by all these decks. What is even... Screaming Nemesis Jeskai? Right. Screaming Nemesis, Sacred Foundry. Right. Able Passage? More Helix. I'll draw first. I mean, I have a backup here. I don't have to protect Surak. I mean, what does that mean? What is even happening? Maybe, you know what? I think I may have to let it go through because I have a backup Surak here and like... turning it into a 1/1 right now, I don't really see the value. We just gotta wait, be a little bit more patient. Is this like... Jeskai Burn or something? Jeskai Burn? I would like to find a Beast Miner to deal with the Screaming Nemesis. It's kind of our way to deal with that. Outside of that, we just have to expect the unexpected again, just like the previous game, because this is getting so... strange. More burn spells? Get lost on Surak as well. Yeah, I'll protect that then. Hexproof, please. I was kind of thinking about perhaps, you know, making it a 3/4 so I could block Screaming Nemesis a bit better, but... okay, so we've seen Helix get lost Screaming Nemesis. Lightning Strike? Quantum Riddler. Okay, well that's a really good card there for them, but yeah, no idea. It's like Jeskai mid-range or something. That's a good card at least. That is a good card at least. Happy to see that for sure. There's one way through this game. It's gonna have to be with Roboroids. $24 life though. 24 life. Kind of need my Beast Binders, but it's just like, as a green deck, you know, if you don't have access to a hard, like, spot removal, it's really tough to get rid of a Screaming Nemesis. May just have to take 3 here? Go to 6? Bit scary when I'm playing against somebody with Helixes and Lightning Strikes, but... I don't know, honestly. I think this game may just be close to being over already. We just have to figure out what they are playing so we can go to sideboarding well. Yeah. Big card. Huge card. Huge card. Unbelievable. What a draw. And just like that with the perfect top deck. Whoa. I'll take it. Okay. Kind of insane. Oh, it's kind of insane. Sure. Okay. Why not? Do I have any clue what they're doing outside of that? Not really. I have the Beast Binder still to shut down the Screaming Nemesis. They had a lot of, like, Secret Identity is still good here. I could go in with Enable to Scream, but... I could go in with Repulsive Mutations. I feel like that's kind of weird, though. I feel like we just have to kind of do our own thing, and then whatever the opponent does is whatever they're doing. You know, we're like an aggressive Simic deck list. We just kind of do our own thing and ignore the opponent and hope for the best. Like, it could be a decent strategy. It may be the only strategy, like, because this is just... This is a crazy couple of games. I usually never play at this time. Like, it's, what is it, like 12, almost 12 p.m. here. I usually always play at night, so sometimes you run into decks and people that you've never seen before by playing at a different time. Yeah, I think I'm going to keep it like this. You know, it could be wrong. I'm keeping it, though. See what they're up to. Okay. Jeskai mid-range, I guess. Jeskai mid-range burn? I mean, Lightning Helix is a good card. They're splashing white just for Lightning Helix. And get lost. I guess we saw both of those cards. Blue for Quantum Riddler. This hand looks kind of sketchy. Yeah, I mean, it's a one-letter, like, not really what we're supposed to be doing. We'll mull it. Yeah, that's a little bit more forgiving. We're just gonna get rid of Secret Identity here, keep the lands. It's a very low land count deck list because you have so many mana dorks. We're getting a hello. I'll give you one back. Hold on. Here you go. I love that emote. Yeah, so this is always one of the situations where I'm like, I think we wait. I think we wait with casting the Might here. I think we try to go for the Junith value. Let's just put the Shock in play tapped and go full greed. Like, our turn 2 could be Innkeeper's Talent, and then our turn 3 could be these two together. Someone Brynhilder? Okay. Let's go Innkeeper's Talent. Someone Brynhilder, Jeskai. Yeah, I think it's just like a brew for sure. Scalding Viper, okay. With haste, okay. Cute. Alright, let's get our value. We're gonna go Drunuth into Hemismic Might. Scalding Viper is a bit spooky here though, but I do have the Naval Scream for a future turn. I do want to get this Drunuth value, however. I could put it out of range. I could pump up the mites. Let's grow it to 3 so we could block something. Also means Drunuth could copy Surak. That would be really, really sweet. But yeah, like I said, I think it's just dead. Okay. Sure. I mean, they are playing every 2 mana, 3 damage spell under Sun, probably. More Scalding Vipers. Bouncing my Innkeeper's Talent. Interesting. That is very interesting. I could set both of those up, but I have to shock this in. I kind of don't want to be doing that. I'm just gonna play Surak, really. I don't want to pay an additional 2 when this thing is already, like, going after me, you know? Am I brave enough to swing? I think I have to be. See what happens. Beastbinder, we need you. Beastbinder, please. Oh, we're gonna get bounced again? Oh, Beastbinder listened. Crazy. Right, so... let's start off in an Enable to Scream, because I don't really want to get shocked for every card that I play. That's kind of... not a big fan of that. And then we'll have to be on Beastbinders. This is getting too scary otherwise. I'm already at 8 right now. There's another one on the way, too. Nah, I have to hold back here. 3 Scalding Vipers. That's different. Is that 4 Scalding Vipers? What is happening? 4 Scalding Vipers? 4 in the top 14 cards? What even? Okay. Right. Well... yeah, I don't think in my entire MTG history I have ever played against 4 Scalding Vipers. Like, simultaneously. What? Like, the clock I'm on is just kind of not beatable, I think. I guess I go to 4. And then we kind of have to stop playing anything here. Crazy. These Beastbinders protected from, like, the Helixes and the Lightning Strikes and all that right now. 4 Scalding Vipers. I take 4 damage. Wow, okay, no, I am done for, man. I am done for. Okay, that is different. Okay. Right. What even? Yeah, no. Huh. Right. I mean, I guess I could go to Shana to shut it down even further, right? Like... yeah, just say, no secret identities and... Me with the Shanas, Enable Screams, and Beast Binders. We should get somewhere. We should get somewhere. Alright, let's try it then. There's gotta be some type of, yeah, burn deck or something. Yeah. Was that a one-lander, but 2 Llanowar Elves and a starting town? I'm trying that. I'm trying that. Too greedy. Okay, that's fine. Clockwork Percussion is another card that I would just have not expected. Fine. Let's set up more Llanowar Elves here so that I can use my mana well. Hey, at any point of land, I'd be okay with the deck. Don't worry about it, though. Don't worry about it, though. It would be nice. Nope. I'm good. Did I keep a one-lander too? No, they wouldn't have. Ooh. Yep. Here come all the 3 damage spells and stuff. I'll set Beastbinder up while I still can. Oh, this is getting a bit scary though with the one-lander. Alright, they're gonna go to 3 here. I can shut that down, that's okay. I can breathe. I can breathe. I would be kind of... I'm not mad at doing that, but then what, Innkeeper's Talent after that, I guess? Sure. Let's do it. Shut that down. Let's start growing the board here. And pump that up. And then we'll shut down Percussionist, I guess. If they want to trade, it is okay. They get no value out of it. Sure. Hope I don't regret that, though. Could have been a bad play. Also, put in the Beastbinder 3 toughness. You know, I want to supplement cards as well. Let's see. No, no blocks. That's a good card. I would like to get there. This starting town is getting a little awkward too, you know? Hurting. Put that down. 7 life. Okay. At least these are dealt with, because that would have been really bad if we could not deal with them. I would like to make my way over to an Oroboroid so bad. But I'd need to rip another land off the top for that one. This has been such a weird matchup. The 4 Scalding Vipers were completely unbeatable though. Like, that was unbeatable. For Simic deck? Yeah, no. Okay, they're bouncing back the Screaming Nemesis into their hand. Sure. And then they're gonna play Scalding Viper. I mean, with 2 Beastbinders, I can always shut them down one way or another, so that's good. Alright, that's gone. Right. Right. Sure. Let's keep that out of... No. We'll grow this. Then I feel like I need to put that to 4 so that we can you know, not suffer under a potential another 3 damage spell to get rid of my stuff. 6 life though, I don't feel comfortable with that at all. Ooh. Get lost. Okay. No, I think this is like... my life total is too low. My life total is too low. At least we don't take damage from the Viper here, but you see the problem, right? Like double Screaming Nemesis is just guaranteed how much damage into the face? Oof. Oh, nah, like, this is just really bad. It's like, if I put the counter on the Ouroboros, it goes to 4. That kills me. Like, I could grow the Genomorph. This is the best I have. But I can't swing, because this is coming in with haste. Yeah. This is really just... it's gonna have to be block Scalding Viper with the Genomorph, and then block the Screaming Nemesis with 2 power, go to 1. Which is just such an awkward position to be in. Like, it's gotta be like this. Any burn spell just takes me out of the game, though. Any, like, I mean, even if a Ouroboros gets removed, like, how do I win? Going forward? I don't know. Right. That's a bad sign. That is a bad sign. Wait, did they not think that through? Yo. Huh? What is going on, you guys? Like, all these games feel scripted. I don't know what's going on, really, but this is probably one of the weirdest videos I have ever put out in my life. These games are insane. All right, here we go. Game number 3. We'll see if it's... it better not be as weird as the other ones. We're on the play, fortunately, though, which is a really, really nice thing. Ooh, this is nice. Let's start off with Gene Pollinator. We got the Innkeeper's Talent. We can set up a really good turn, I hope. Play that out. Go Innkeeper's Talent, and then we can use that to bump that up. We're getting a nice stack. I'm gonna give them a smile. There you go. I don't mean that in a rude way. I mean that in a hey, thanks type of way. I hope you know, opponent. Rule Claw. Based. Okay, that's unfortunate. RIP. Let's not do that. I guess. I also would like to not flood, but... I'll take 1 there. We'll play that out to... Rhoda, the little pollinator. Deal as much damage as we can. Okay, sure. Right. Is there a hole in my plan? I don't know. Not heard of that. I'm a bit flooded though, if that's what they're on about. I guess I'll swing for 5. Yeah, like, I gotta be careful of, like, Bloodletter, you know. Elegy Acolytes. No blocks. Go for a draw card, I guess. Bump that up. Bump that up as well. And we'll go here. It's a nice forced block at least. We take those. You're at 6. Just always put something up to 6 power. What happens here? I go from 8 to 6, from 6 to 3. How do I lose 3 life? Not a demon wall, or not a unholy annex. I'm gonna take it. No. Getting a good game, not sure. Demon wall annex. I'm alive at 1. Sure. All right. All right then. We'll take it. So it's just gonna be mono black demons. I like Secret Identity. They'll have a lot of removal. They should at least. I like scrap shooters. Deals with the annex. Deals with the demon walls. I mean, Heritage Track, similar story. I do think we need to enable the screams because gotta deal with the elegies and the enable the slashers. I have beast binders as well, of course, that are gonna do a really good job at that, but scrap shooter. I could go in with another enable scream, but then I have like I don't want to have it be too intense. But it is really good against them. They can really deal with it well. Sure. We'll lower on some Hemosimic Mites. Repulsive Mutation. Like, you could also say Tidebinder could be cute. Maybe just one more Heritage Wreck, but I think we are too fast to really care about NX that way. I'm gonna just try it like this. I could regret it. Alright, maybe one Heritage Wreck over Drunith. Sometimes I cut, like, if I have 4 of a legendary and I don't really know what to take out during sideboarding, sometimes I just take that legendary creature from 4 to 3. Because it could be a bit clunky anyways, sometimes. You know, you don't have too many of the same legend stuck in your hand. It's kind of awkward. Sometimes it works. You can just get away with it. Alright. Let's get started. Gene Pollinator. It'd be really cool if we could hold up Secret Identity. We'll see how that plays out, though. Oh, did you just steal my Roboroid? Oh. Oh. That's fun. Looking forward to it. Right. Good stuff. Wow, and that was also just a card that I drew off top, too. Okay, sure. I at least have Beastbinder to try and shut it down. Yeah. Secret Identity to protect it? No. They must have forgotten about that or something. Let's get this value? Question mark? Yes. Wish I could do a little bit more here, but it's okay. The Roboroid is going to be so unreasonably scary. The end? What? Okay. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to be fighting my own Roboroid this game. Okay. Sure. Hey, yo. Wait a minute. Game changer? Question mark? I go first? Ooh, I would like to. Like, you could tap that. That kind of is worth it, I think, though. Obviously, we miss out on an attack, but the pump is so much better. The value that goes towards the other creatures is just... yeah, that's worth it. Alright, a Roboroid versus a Roboroid. I feel a lot better now. Even though they probably still have more removal anyway. Sure. Can stop you there. Annex. Alright, this was... Alright. We'll take it, guys. We'll take it. Top 78. Some very strange matches there, that's for sure. What can you do?